We're doing Resident Evil. Oh my god, we're at such a good part.
Are we?
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm really happy because Kevin specifically asked to play Resident Evil, which he typically does not want to do because it's fun and cool.
I didn't say that.
Oh god, I'm doing so good. Because
Are
the
you?
game is about inventory management, Kev.
Oh, yes.
Let me remember how to play again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you remember the story so far, Kev? It's important.
Mr.
Micho.
Abraham Kennedy, or whatever his name is.
Correct.
Is sent to an Italian town
Yep.
to kill locals who are going crazy.
Yeah.
And that's
Keep going.
basically...
This is perfect. Anything else?
We talked about cloacas.
Was that this one?
Yep.
This?
Because you blew up a bird or something.
Yep.
That's
Anything
all I
else with
remember.
the story of the game? I mean, you pretty much
With
nailed
the story, I don't think we've gotten much by way of story
it. Do you
yet.
remember why we're here? Do you remember the purpose?
A lady on like a telephone sent you here.
For what reason?
Because Italians are going nuts and they must be killed.
No. No, it's because... No. I thought there were subtitles. Maybe there's not. Because we're trying to find El Presidente's daughter.
Oh,
And
yeah.
We're trying to find Ivanka Trump.
The president's daughter.
Yeah, we're trying to find Joe Biden, his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
So, should I shoot in here?
Did you ever have a haircut like that?
If
you
my
look-
hair was that good, Kev,
Not even like middle school you couldn't manage that?
my hair, I had actually my friend Scott had an exact, like, perfect Leon haircut, like with the perfect beautiful swoop and everything. I was always so fucking jealous because I had like this hair except not thinning.
Uh-huh.
And I was a pop punk kid too, so all I wanted to do was have like the Tom DeLonge hair, which is essentially the same thing that Leon has,
Yeah.
and I never had it. I was body shamed. All right, let's see what's going on. I gotta cross this river, Kev. I sure hope nothing spooky
Uh-oh.
happens. Seems like it's going okay. Everything's fine. You think?
Did you ever play Bass Pro Hunter on N64?
No. Look at me.
That's what this is reminding
Look
me
how
of.
handsome he is.
He is pretty handsome.
He's very handsome. He's even more handsome.
Oh,
in the
is
new
that
one.
a zombie whale?
I don't know,
Crocodile?
Kev. I don't
Some
know.
kind of sea beast?
It's something. Oh no! You were close. It's a salamander, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, scary salamander. And then Leon looks at you and goes, "Fuck, not again. I'm getting too old for this shit."
That looks pretty fun.
Yeah, look, I'm tied to it. Isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
And now I gotta poke it. What? What are you laughing at? Oh no, I oopsied.
Did you die?
Yeah, this is embarrassing. Oh fuck, it's Y.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, it certainly couldn't hit the boat. What do you think of that commentary? That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That's true, right? Because it's
Yep.
funny.
Yep.
Because it's like it could. It's big enough to hit the boat if it
Yeah,
wanted to.
I got it.
Uh-oh. See, he's a big salamander.
I tried to.
Do you like him?
I guess I'm confused as to why it's here.
What do you mean?
I mean, I thought this was a zombie game. Why
It
are
is a
there
zombie game.
sea monsters in it?
Because all living things are subject to turning into scaries.
But what was this?
A salamander. That's why I told you it was a fucking
How did it
salamander.
get that big? The humans don't get big when they become zombies.
Some of them do. They get a little bit bigger.
I don't remember that.
They do. They
They
talk
all
about
look
it in the
normal
game.
size.
They say sometimes they get a little bit bigger. What do you mean, why throw? Why should I throw with Y? Where are you? Did I go the wrong way? Oh. I got him. I'm poking him in his little mouth. He's getting all mad. Oops. Oops. Got a lot of harpoons in this boat, too.
Yeah.
Arguably more than seeming should be able to fit. Look at me go. Look, when this came out, Kev, this was crazy. All right? I don't
Was
even...
it?
Yeah. Look at him. He's all scaly. He's dead. He goes, "Oh, no." What was he doing before this?
Who knows? Would you ever eat whale?
Yeah. The fuck do you mean?
I don't
Of
know.
all the animals that asked me if I would eat, Would you ever eat human?
Isn't it supposedly like not good to eat whale?
Like in terms of like the world? Yeah, I think it's bad to kill whales.
So you would do that?
Yeah. If somebody came to me with a steak and was like, "This is a whale," I would go, "Sure. It's already dead. It's not gonna get better."
Good point.
That's what. Same thing with humans.
What if, in order to eat the whale, someone had to go out and kill it for you?
No, then I would say no. Because what's the point? I could just go out to like a normal restaurant.
To
I'd
try
go
a whale?
That's not an animal that's high on my list to eat.
What animals are high on your list to eat that you haven't eaten?
Your cat Marnie.
It's not much meat on that.
Doesn't matter.
It's
This
not
is-
my cat. Stop saying it's my cat.
This is what happened after I got bitten by the spider. I'm going out of my way to mention being bitten by the spider in every single
End of chapter 1 through 3.
1-3, Kev. I'm saving.
1-3?
Yeah. What is this? Your first day on the planet?
I don't get it.
1-3? Like chapter 1, part 3,
Why not just do 3 different chapters?
or part 1, chapter 3. Look, he says my tummy hurts. This is what happens to you.
Whenever I have an edible, yeah.
His ear doesn't look so good. This is what happens to you when I have an edible now.
Yeah.
What happened to you? You used to be like you used to be able to handle it.
Well, I've realized now that I think it was just this particular brand or type that I was having.
Is it because you're laughing too much? Is it more about the laughing than the actual?
For the first few times, I thought that was it, but then the most recent time, I woke up in the middle of the night out of nowhere and started barfing.
Right.
So and every time that I've vomited after having an edible, it's been the same peanut butter marshmallow cookie. I forget what the brand name is. So maybe that was just a bad batch.
Is it possible?
Leon.
Leon, it's been 6 hours. You don't call, you don't write? You mean lonely? he's so charming. Anyway, I started to feel dizzy, spinning around, moving my head all over. Started ripping stuff off the walls.
God.
The village chief says you're all messed up. I'm continuing.
I want to see Biff Whiff in everything now.
Is that guy's name for real?
That's the actor's name.
His
Biff.
real name is Biff Whiff?
Yep.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not kidding. It's Biff.
His
B-I-F-F.
real name is
Whiff.
Biff Whiff.
W-I-F-F. Yes, Biff Whiff. This is what he looks like.
What?
I'm putting a picture on the screen.
I was like, what are you doing? I forgot that we were doing this. I was like, why did you tell me what he looks like? I know who he is.
Biff Whiff.
I know who it is. You don't have to tell me.
See? Biff Whiff.
Was he in anything else before I Think You Should Leave?
Let's check his IMDb.
We should do that. So John can kick open doors. You ready for a big secret that only I know?
Yeah. He was in Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a really good movie. You might actually like it.
I like movies sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
I don't have the discerning movie eye that you claim to have. What the fuck? Let me in the cave.
He was in an animated show called Kiff. Biff Whiff.
Biff, Whiff, and
was
Kiff?
in Kiff.
Biff, Whiff, and Kiff.
He's in Dave, which I've heard is good, and I need to watch.
I don't know what that is either. Oh, you know what? You'll be you'll be partially appreciative of it until I tell you what I think of it. We are right at the tail end of Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah, you in the final season now?
We had to stop because Emily went away, but I mean, is it worth it to avoid spoilers for this show?
No, fuck it. We're gonna talk about Better Call Saul in the final season now.
Just put a spoiler. Put a Better
put
Call
a
Saul. How old is that show?
Spoiler alert. The last season finished like half a year ago.
Draw a crudely drawn picture of Bob Odenkirk taking a big dump on the script of Better Call Saul, and that's the spoiler. Because that's what he does in the show. Why is it so fucking dark? Is this fucking
That's what he
TV?
does. What do you mean that's what he does in the show?
Doesn't he? I just got to the episode where he takes a huge shit on the on his brother, Scrave.
I thought you meant like He's not a good actor, and he was taking
No.
a dump on screen or something.
That would be cool if he was, though.
No.
I would love to see that.
Where are you
We
at?
just got to the point, like, literally, and okay, side note, too, for the same conversation. I hate pausing shows in the middle of episodes,
Oh, I do too.
and Emily went away for a week in the middle of an episode.
Ugh.
So that is unfortunate, but we literally just got to the scene where, what's her name?
Kim?
Camp.
Kim.
We just got to the scene where Kemp was like, I'm not a lawyer anymore. She's like, I can't do this because I'm not a lawyer. That bit.
Okay.
And I gotta tell you, Kev, it's by no stretch of the imagination a bad show.
But it's not doing it for you.
It's good, and I understand how what they're trying to do different from Breaking Bad and everything, and
Yeah.
trying to provide some context for certain things, and then other things are just new. But I don't know, like, far too much time is spent on, in my mind, what the fuck's, like, I don't care about Kim and her job. I just don't.
Yeah.
And so much of it is like, oh, this because I'm this type of lawyer and this and that. And I was like, all of this is only interesting insofar as it affects how Jimmy McGill acts in his world. And too often, it seems kind of like,
Well, that's only if
Random.
you only care about Jimmy McGill. And
Well, and I
I
do.
personally feel like the show does a good job at establishing Kim as an interesting character in her own right. Outside of her relation to Jimmy McGill.
I don't, because I literally feel like her motivation is she works. Like, there was that one episode where they were like, oh, like, she had a bad mom and her mom was drinking, and I was like, that's interesting. Like, what more about that? And then they just didn't do anything with it yet, and maybe they will. But I feel like the 6th season, it's a little late to be trying to flesh out this character who they've asked us to care about for so long, when basically it's like, okay, she takes being a lawyer seriously, she pretends to be outraged by the shenanigans that he pulls, but ultimately is kind of into it. That's pretty much, I mean, that's the long and short of it to me so far.
Interesting. Because I've always thought of her as a character who, for reasons, some of which are clear to the audience, some of which are kind of hinted at through some of those flashbacks you mentioned, some of which are totally mysterious, Kim is attracted to that type of lifestyle and behavior herself.
Right.
That Jimmy often indulges in
And
against her better judgment. And part of the show is not just about the downfall of Jimmy McGill, but also about the downfall of
her.
Kim Wexler as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and maybe that's like, and maybe that's if I'm being more like, if I'm being less critical, maybe my actual complaint is I would have liked to have more background for her, because like I can kind of see, at least at this point, where I think they're going, which is like, oh, the reason why she's relatively okay with this is because her mom was of that same sort of mindset, in terms of like taking advantage and scams and shit like that. You ready? You gonna get spooked, Kev? You ready? Oh, watch out.
Ooh.
Also, they're not Italians. I take umbrage with that.
Oh,
They're
yeah?
Spanish.
Oh, Spaniards.
Yeah, we're in Spain. Uh-oh.
I thought we were in Italy.
Look, he's-
Whoa, that's new.
He's got a wiggly head.
Okay, that's pretty
And then
cool.
he said, no pelo me pelo margua. I got him. I can't see anything. I'm not wasting that on you. You
well,
don't threaten
I'm
me.
sad that you don't love the show as much as I do. But,
It's
you
so
know, to
let
each their own.
I think too, like, it's by and large much better than most shit that I've watched lately.
Yeah.
I just don't like. If it happened like outside of the scope of the quote unquote Breaking Bad universe,
Yeah.
it would still be good. It would still be like, there's parts of it that are really cool. I think basically everything with Mike, every like storyline where Mike has been the focus, and I think that's just because tonally, and maybe that's just me, the Mike stuff tonally feels a lot closer to Breaking Bad.
Okay,
And-
so just
and that's
as
by
a TV
design.
viewer,
Yeah.
you're more interested in that type of crime drama
Right.
than the more personal stakes and like courtroom drama side of
Right.
the Jimmy McGill half
Especially
of the show.
Especially because we know, like, they take advantage sometimes of the fact that we know what's going to happen to characters,
Right.
and then other times they pretend like it's mysterious. Like, we know where Jimmy McGill ends up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why the stuff after the fact, the flash forwards that I'm at this point, because they haven't caught up all the way. That's why that stuff is almost more interesting to me, because I'm like, yeah, I want that history of what he did during Breaking Bad to be in play. Like, I want that to be part of his motivation.
Interesting, because when they start the show and you see this character as just a totally different person, someone who wants to be legit and wants to be and do good,
And I
but
like
just
that
has
too.
some bad tendencies. And so the show for me is about how does someone like this become, how does Jimmy McGill become Saul Goodman? That's the question. It's the same thing as Breaking Bad. How does Walter White become
Right.
Heisenberg?
Right.
And they're like two sides of the same coin because they parallel each other, those stories, but at the same time they're very different, both the
Right.
starting points and the ending points
But
for these
they
characters.
do kind of both hit on that, like, hubris and inability to kind of, like, you know, see the forest for the trees, for lack of a better term, where
Mhm.
it's like his motive. He's so short-sighted sometimes that, like, that's kind of akin to what Walt does, but at the same time, I don't know. I guess, again, if I'm being a little bit less critical
Mhm.
and accepting it more for what it is,
Mhm.
as a personal preference, I have no problem with the Jimmy McGill to Saul Goodman turn, like where that comes from. I guess my bigger complaint is length of time given to that whole process. Like, I feel like we could have had 2 pretty solid seasons of Jimmy McGill laying the groundwork, and then maybe a little bit more. Like, I almost feel like a little bit of short shrift is given to the Saul Goodman stuff. Like, I'm at the very end of the show, and
Interesting.
it kind
That's-
of
I get what you're saying.
it kind of undermines Breaking Bad in a way a little bit, because by the time you're introduced to Jimmy McGill in Breaking Bad, like, to use their terms, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, he's in the game so
Yeah.
deep at that point that it's like that's his input to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to be setting this up now, where I'm like, how much time has passed between the end of this show and meeting Walt? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it almost, I don't know, I would have just preferred them to spend a little bit more. I'm closing it down, by the way.
So you would have preferred more of the show to overlap with the timeline of Breaking Bad.
Not even overlap, but lead into. And again, that's probably just preference.
Yeah, I think that's just personal preference of what type of story you find engaging. And I get it. Like, the Breaking Bad side of things is definitely more action-packed, higher stakes, etc. And
I sure
Better
hope
Call
no
Saul.
scary guys jump out. Uh-oh. He says, Palentello.
Better Call Saul does some of that, but that's not all of what the show is.
Right.
It's not even most of what the show is, really. And it's telling a similar type of story and arguably a very different genre. And,
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
You know what?
You know, I get it, but I do think it just comes down to personal preference. What
Oh,
type
yeah.
of narratives that you want to spend your time watching on TV.
You know, I loved the episode where him and Mike were stuck in the desert.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
Like, and that's what I'm talking about, where it's like, it kind of was a good middle ground, where it's like, it was kind of touching on, like, Mike is a guy who does this kind of thing,
uh-huh.
and Jimmy was not, or is not, rather, however you want to put it. And, like, that, to me, was more of a, like, bridging the gap between it's about him and about the decisions that he makes versus...
I'll be really interested to see if the last few episodes that you have left, if
Change
that
my
like
mind.
changes your tune at all.
They-
Because there's a lot that happens that kind of gets to what some of your critiques and desires for the show
Yeah.
are, and that I think maybe kind of put into full picture what this entire show has been about.
Yeah.
Especially in its relation to Breaking Bad.
Well, and at the same time too, I do feel like it's been getting better.
It's the same thing with Breaking Bad, where I
Right.
think each season just gets better than the last. But the difference is, whereas maybe Breaking Bad had a clear idea of what the overall narrative was that it was going to tell from the very start. I'm talking about from season 1, episode 1.
Right,
Breaking
like they
Bad
knew.
knew what it wanted to do. Better Call Saul, I feel like for a lot of the first season, wasn't sure exactly what this show was going to be.
Yeah, that's-
And by season 2, it figured it out. But what it did have a much stronger grasp on from the very start was just the craft of the show. And that's just because
Yeah.
everyone involved had the experience of doing Breaking Bad. And so by the time they start Better Call Saul, you know, everything from the writing to the cinematography,
Look, I'm exploding bats.
just the look and feel of the show has been, I don't know, at such an elevated level compared to anything else that I've seen on TV.
Yeah. Like I said, I still love. I wouldn't say I love it, but I would say if somebody were to say to me, "Do you like the show?" I would go, "Yeah, absolutely, it's good." But I wouldn't be like, "Holy shit, it's fucking incredible!" You know, I would be like, "Yeah, it's pretty good."
Okay. Well, that's fair. On the flip side of that, shows that get better with every season.
Lost.
I finally. I was gonna say, I know we've talked about this here before, and even
What?
more specifically on this game before.
Oh, did we?
But I finally finished The Walking Dead.
Oh my god.
And let me tell you, the last season is a fucking dumpster fire. It's so fucking bad.
I gave up so long ago.
The first, 5 seasons are stellar.
Yes.
And then seasons 6 through 8 are pretty good. And then after that, it just, really nosedives. And now they're doing all these spin-off shows. I don't know if you've heard about any of them.
No, I have no
but-
idea.
So
Wait, what do you mean?
So the main character, Rick, was gone for the last 2
Yes.
seasons.
That's when I stopped watching it. Actually, no, I went a little bit further than that.
He exits at the beginning of season 10, I think, and then he's gone the whole show. And Michonne also kind of leaves around that time as well.
I think it's funny
So-
that they had to write out all the good actors and
Uh-huh.
actresses leaving the show to be like, yeah, that they think it sucks. Hold your thought, because something's happening.
Uh-oh.
Everybody's pulling the ouchie lever.
Uh-oh, he's getting trapped.
I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, they're gonna let a bunch of what the heck? What the heck is going on
Look at
here?
all these Italians.
Fucking Italians.
Spaniards.
They're trying to bring out the meatball. That's the big meatball. The big meatungus.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Are these guys infected?
Yeah.
They don't look
They're
like they
that's
are.
the whole point of the fucking game, that they're infected, but they're all smart still. Look at this guy. Rah.
Okay, I guess there is a big one.
He says. Yeah, look, he got big. He's kicking everybody.
Why? Those are his friends.
Because he doesn't know. He's just big. Haven't you ever been really big and just killed everyone?
It is true that when you get bigger, you get dumber.
Look, but I can backflip, obviously. I can do a perfect fucking gymnast backflip at any point. See, one of the coolest parts of this game is going to be lost on you because you forgot something. Uh-oh.
What? That you can backflip?
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Can you hide in that house?
Yeah, but he'll destroy it.
Oh.
This is just like Tears of the Kingdom. I can build a house, too.
Oh.
Oh, he got a tree. Uh-oh.
It's not good.
He's going to hit me
But
with that tree.
Hinoxes are so easy to kill.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Oops, I hit the wrong 2 buttons. I forgot that I'm playing on Switch.
Anyways, they're doing a Rick and
Wait!
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Whose team is the wolf on?
He's on my team. Didn't you hear Leon? He said, hey, it's that dog. The best, uh-oh. He's still gonna hit me, I guess. Yeah, I got ouchied. I got ouchied pretty bad. Sorry, Walking Dead. So, did Rick come back?
At the very, very end of the last episode, literally, he doesn't make an appearance at all through the rest of Season 10, any of Season 11, until, the last 5 minutes of the last episode, randomly. And it doesn't make any sense the way they bring him back.
No way.
He doesn't interact with any characters or anything. It's just oh, by the way, here's Rick. He's alive and doing stuff. You have no idea where he is or what he's been doing or any of that. But they spend the last few minutes of the show basically just teasing that there's going to be a spin-off, and now there's a Rick and Michonne show, and also there's a Daryl Dixon show, and also there's a Maggie and Negan show. And they just
Maggie and Negan show?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
Because they can keep making money off of it, so they're just going to keep milking this IP for all it's worth.
That many shows, why would they not just keep the show going with less characters?
I don't know. It is infuriating.
Or is it because they are admitting defeat, basically, by admitting that it sucks? I can duck. And I shoot. Oops.
No, it's just... I
dog,
really don't
help
know
me.
what it is.
Go, dog, go. Do a dog move. He's not going to do a dog move. He doesn't seem like he wants to. Oh, are you punching me?
He's gonna fart on you.
He's not gonna fart on me.
It
Kev.
looked like he was about to turn around and sit on you.
Sit on you. What you gonna do with sit on you? You don't remember that, Tim and Eric? Oh fuck.
Yeah, I do.
Did you ever watch that movie, Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie?
I did, yeah.
Did I watch it with you?
No. Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's the best movie, is what I think you're trying to say.
I love when Tim basically kidnaps that mall worker's child and makes him his own son.
You're my son.
Son, you are my son. Whatever that song is he sings to him.
Got you in the butt. Got him in the butt, Kev.
Oh, why does he have tentacles?
Because he's got a wormy coming out of him. Look. B. Sorry, Misha. I know. Oh, I killed him. Ah, my back. This is what happened to me when I got... This is how I reacted when I got bit by that spider. This is exactly what I did. And I had to do that thing where you go like, oh, fuck, and you like wipe something off your back really quick, but there's nobody else in the room, so it wasn't that embarrassing.
Yeah.
Look, he's dead. That's it. Oh, and then the gates magically open, even though they needed to be... Originally, they were controlled by a lever, but now everyone who worked the lever is dead, and somehow it still worked.
Yeah.
It's funny when you nitpick about realism in video games, Kev.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
In this game about zombies.
Yep.
When you nitpick about the realism of it. Isn't that
Don't
funny?
you love when like incels complain that you can play as like a black person in this Call of Duty game where you fight Nazi zombies?
Wait, is that a thing people complain about?
Uh-huh. There was this like I can't remember if it's Call of Duty or one of those other like wartime games, but it's the one where like you're in World War II and you're fighting Nazi zombies, and you create your own like avatar to play as, and one of the options is you can make your player like black or female. I think it was that people were upset about.
Oh god, that is
and people just
infuriating.
got so pissed. Like it's just not realistic that women didn't fight in the army in World War II, so it takes me out of the game. As they're fighting Nazi zombies.
That's what happens to me in this game.
It's like, just don't make a female character, you asswipe.
I'm so tired of Leon being so handsome
Uh-huh.
and having the perfect hair. And it takes me out of the game because I know that even though I could do everything else that he's doing...
Uh-huh. He's not sweating enough.
Oh, fuck. I can't do it. Shit. Fuck. I left everything empty so I could upgrade my fucking capacity, and now I can't do it. Fuck. It's the worst fucking day of my life.
Is that old?
Fuck. Kevin. God damn it, Kevin. Ugh. We didn't do... All we talked about this entire time was fucking stupid Better Call Saul and stupid The Walking Dead, which sucks.
Is that old?
No, I don't want... I want to sell all of it. Let me sell all of it.
You pick a topic. Oh, fuck. I broke a spring off my thing.
Meacham, don't eat that. It's not food.
Thank you.
It's behind his asshole.
He'll never find it. He's huge.
Thank you for watching Von Wolf Brain. This is Stephen Hawking's cousin, Stephen Eaglein. I am just as smart as him and more alive than him, and I watch Von Wolf Brain every day and I love it. Oh god, I love it. Please consume more content. Click here. Or here. Or here. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Love. Von Wolf Brain.